What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters: Sean, Zankoshu, Kregan, Kaiju Paladin Gabriel, Raven Fighter 91, Jasik, Bobby Dolphins 1972, Jimmy McFurkus, Sarisian, Sean McLaughlin, Samuel Ward, Sir Flame, Caitlin Harrington Robinson, Kaiser Sani, Son of Nemesis, Justin Jensen, Stephen Sharp, Ayla Ann, OXL, The Elemental Viper, Brony Time, Corey Costello, Wolf Yeager, Carl Lee, Lewis H., Milo Man, and Tyler Johnson. And as always, I'd like to give a big shout out to our executive producer, The Anime Hybrid. Thank you all very much for your support, and if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link down below to find out more. We'll see you there. Oh my god! You son of a bitch! Get off me! Oh my god! I didn't see the time! I didn't see the fucking time! God dang it, I didn't see the time! Woo! Everyone's excited about Xbox, and much like the Renegades, we lag behind on stuff because we like to discuss things and actually dissect and go through, and yeah, I know, it's like, hey, why haven't you reacted to the whole Xbox game show and everything? It's like, you know why? Because honestly, I want to watch it in my spare time. I don't want to do like a reaction video series to it because the fucking thing's an hour long.
Yeah.
It's an hour long, and I've seen some previews to some games. I've just been like, oh my gosh, I want to talk about that. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah.
What? I love how the Fable trailer was just like, it exists.
Yes. much like Elder Scrolls 6.
It has a title.
It exists. Oh,
just so
except Elder Scrolls 6 doesn't even have a title. It's just like, Elder Scrolls 6. We're working on it. How far along are you? We're working on it.
No, we'll give you a detail.
It's like, is it in pre-production?
It's the sixth one.
We're working on it. Number 6, it's coming. ES6. Yeah, we've locked down that domain online. Oh my God, shut up.
But to SMT's credit, to Atlas's credit, they put out a trailer like 3 years ago for this initially.
They did.
And didn't say a damn thing.
No.
Up until like 3 days ago.
Yeah, they didn't lead people on.
I love that about them.
They didn't lead people on. They let everyone know years ago, like, yeah, we're working on it, and we'll show you shit when we're ready.
But bro, through the mobs of people attacking them this whole time.
Oh my God.
I mean, people were pitching
Persona
fits.
4 on Steam.
What about the Switch? What about the Switch? Dude, it wasn't
3 days later, just dick smack on the countertop.
Here
like,
it is.
What's up, motherfucker?
Shut the fuck
Shut
up.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, it was so funny watching, like, I mean, there was a feed full of videos of people just like, Atlas has abandoned Nintendo. Atlas, they're never going to give us what we want.
They gave us Persona 5 Scramble, but that's it. That's all they gave us. But
that's only in, like, Japan. Oh, no, you're talking about Scramble.
Yeah.
Or no, is that Royal?
No, Royal's
the beat 'em up like fighter game, right?
Well, no. Scramble's the fighter. Royal is the pretty much
the deluxe
like
edition.
Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah.
Persona 5.
So the other Switch title for Persona is only in Japanese, dude. You can't get it in America, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's been all pissed off, thinking that it's just never going to happen, and then.
Yeah, they dropped this on everybody a few days ago.
And then?
Yeah. Validation, in some ways, for Atlas.
Oh.
Because, look.
Just let it happen. That's what it comes down to. When you have a company who has yet to ship... Now, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Oh.
Who has never really shit the bed hardcore since they got to prominence with, like, fuck, that can be debated. I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah, if you want to debate it, have at it.
But give them time and let it happen, and they deliver. If nothing else is proof of that, look at Persona Revelations, and then look at Persona 3, 4, 5. Once they hit stride, man, just sit back, chill out, and let it happen.
Yeah. I agree. Because the truth is, whenever a game company like that is dedicated to their craft, you see, this is this is one thing about, for instance, everyone was freaking out when Bungie left Halo behind. When Bungie left Halo behind, everyone's just like, oh, what's Bungie going to do? They're going to do this, they're going to do that. They moved on and they did Destiny, but when 343 Industries picked up Halo, everyone was just like, oh, Halo 4 is going to be terrible, it's not going to be the same, and Halo 4 came out and is actually pretty good. Halo 5, on the other hand, bit of a step down, not going to lie. But from what everyone's saying about Halo 6, Infinite, it looks like it's going to be next level shit.
Yeah.
And whenever you give a company time, whenever you give, because these people do what they do and they love it. And when they don't have a crunch deadline, for instance, this is one thing I will say about Sony that has pissed me off, is that when the companies that get caught under them abusing crunch time and forcing their employees to work 70 to potentially 80 hours out of the week straight,
that's stupid.
That is beyond ignorant. Hire other publishing houses. You've got the fucking money. Hire other publishing houses and work with them.
Yeah.
Don't demand your employees work themselves literally to death, because mental health in this country is already fucked as is. I mean, you have to give people time to come up with something that they're not only passionate about, but is something that works. Because if they release something half-assed that doesn't work, Lord.
That ruins the reputation of the company, dude.
And Atlas, so far, I mean, when it comes to...
They don't give a shit. That's the thing. They know what they're doing. They are just absolute beasts when it comes to this.
Yeah.
So they just, tell everybody to fuck off with silence. Most of the time.
Most of the time, yes. Most of the time.
Most of the time, they just sit back and don't say shit. I respect that, and I respect everything that they've done thus far.
I agree.
Glad that their relationship with Nintendo is still running strong, because they killed it on the 3DS.
Yes.
So, yeah. I'm hyped. That's all I could say.
So, anyway, we got the 2 trailers here for Shin Megami Tensei 5 and 3 Remastered. We have them here. Let's get them queued up, and let's give them a watch. Here we go. All right. I like the atmosphere. Oh.
汝らの崇める神は死んだ。秩序が崩れ、混沌が世界を覆う。そしてその混沌の中から真の再生が、未知なる未来が生まれる。この神なき世界へ、汝はいかなる道を選ぶのか。汝の意志に従い、汝の道を示すがよい。
Grab on, kid.
Shin Megami Tensei 5。2021年全世界同時発売
Simultaneous worldwide release. You
That's
see,
right.
that's the one thing that a lot of people have been asking about, because Nintendo has been adamant on region locking stuff.
Yeah.
PAL, NASC,
Atlas once again.
Yeah, Atlas is just like, yeah,
this
we
is
do
what
we
we're
want.
doing.
Well, no. Nintendo has knocked that down with the release of the Switch.
Yeah.
They pretty much just said, region locking actually proves us no benefit. And then Atlas is just like, we've been saying that for years. Stop it. Yeah, because people here in America, as soon as they got a taste for Persona, and Persona hit with everybody, with Persona 5 especially, holy crap, everyone's just like, wait, these games have been coming out like this? Games like this have been coming out, and Atlas has been producing them for what, the last 10 years? Are you serious? Yeah, well, I mean, of this,
since '96.
Well, yeah. What I mean is of this style. Persona 4 Golden, which came out, when was it?
2008.
2008. Yeah. So, over 10 years.
Long ass time, dude.
So they've been doing this a very long time, and they are good at what they do. So let them do what they do. Let them build these amazing worlds and turn people loose in it.
Well, first they have to destroy the real world. See, that's the theme of SMT as a whole. is like a global cataclysm happens.
Yes.
And then you've got like, law and order style and chaos, and like you it's all about rebuilding the world.
Yes.
Or just like complete destruction. Like you have all these different options in how you play the game, but it's always about, usually it's Tokyo, I think, every single time. I'm not 100% sure because there's actually a bunch of these games, but they destroy the place that they're in, and it's like a post-apocalyptic situation where it's like, you're inside of this distorted, almost Lovecraftian hellscape scenario where there's all these deities and shit involved, and you have to pick like what kind of are you going to be, good, bad, in the middle? Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. And they use religious figures from like all global religions and shit. It's just an acid trip of a situation, man.
Well, and honestly, that's one reason why I love game developers like Atlas, is because they're not afraid to go grandiose with this.
Bro, the risk.
The risk of always.
Still the risk of having like fucking Satan in the intro.
Like Oni, a massive Oni and his harpies just like ready to just destroy you.
I think that was Lucifer.
It
looks like who they use for Lucifer in the games.
I think so.
So, you've got that. That's enough imagery right there to have people protesting the game even releasing.
Well,
back when they started this shit in like 96, or no, I mean SMT even was like the 80s, I believe.
Yeah, it was on the original NES.
Yeah, so I mean they were taking risks, bro.
People
Huge
protesting
risks.
people protesting nowadays over a video game. You're more likely to have people, like, for instance, Persona 5 Royal, when they introduced the new character, whose persona, whenever she's in her persona, she's wearing a leotard and everything. Honestly, I think the only reason people were pissed about that is because of how the Japanese would pronounce leotard. But honestly, hey, I just put the thought in your head. I just put the thought in your head there. But everything, like, people protest games over the most ridiculous stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
The most tumultuously minute stuff that honestly bears no effect on them. They just want to be pissed off and complain about something because they feel that's the only way they can be human anymore. When instead of actually going out and experiencing something and saying, you know what, I liked that. Or, on the other hand, going out and experiencing it and be like, you know what, I did not like that.
Or
instead of protesting it beforehand and not allowing it to release in its original format like the original artist wants it to, and then you ingesting it because guess what? It's art! It is meant to be ingested raw and how artist puts out there.
Or not. That's the thing. You also have the option as a human being just to be like, this isn't my situation, so I'm just not going to be in it.
But that's exactly. It. But beforehand, people protest stuff for no odd reason other than the fact that they just don't like something about it, and they're never going to play it. So why would anyone weigh bearing on that?
People are trying to make up for a situation that's done happen to them that ain't never going to be fixed.
No. It's like,
if something bothers you to the point that happened in your life previously to where you're upset about a video game character wearing a leotard, you almost screwed me up with what you said earlier.
Sorry.
But if that bothers you that much, then maybe it's another situation disconnected from what's really going on right now that you're trying to take something out on.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, maybe there's something that inside of you needs to be fixed to whereas with all the shit going on in the world, what you're upset about is this, then maybe you need to reevaluate your grasp on reality. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. Well, we got Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocture, the HD Nocturne. The HD remaster.
Oh my God.
Announcement trailer here. You're excited for this one.
Dude, this is one of the best games ever, especially a JRPG, man. This game, I remember the opening part of this game, like the beginning where you pick your name and all that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's another global just cataclysm. It's just like fucking crazy. It's just, that's how it happens, man. I mean, it's just SMT always, bro. But like, I don't know, man. I felt like I was being transported into some kind of crazy ass situation. I really got hooked by the introduction to the series. Really, this is the first SMT game that I played. The mainline, not Persona. I played Persona first.
Yeah,
but just damn,
I hear you.
It's a great game.
So let's get into this. Here we go.
The music's next level, dude.
2003. Oh, that's good.
A world that loses its power will fade into nothing. Instead, I can invite you to the world that is to come.
It's been a while since we last met, young. Or should I say, Timmy?
Demons. This place is crawling with them.
You have done very well in keeping yourself alive.
The world will fall for its sins, and everyone living will vanish. Will you tell me who you are?
Tokyo died, and I was given life.
Dude,
Spring 2021.
I can't wait, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, I know
that's
you're
such a long
excited.
time away. Glad I have it for PS2 upstairs.
Well, yeah.
Maybe I should stream that.
Maybe you should.
Damn.
Because
dude.
the thing is, you can never if you enjoy playing something, don't let detractors, get you out of that, because you're not hurting anybody playing these things.
I like to play whatever I want to play whenever I want to play it, dude. I have a vast library, and I will never play through all of my shit. I've just completely accepted that. It'll never happen, but I can enjoy, games and try them out. And, I also just get, enjoyment from the box art. Or, there's certain things that I like about all my games.
Well, it's fanfare, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
fanfare, people don't... I understand how some fanfares can go too far. For instance, every time in Sarah Jane Adventures, whenever her computer comes online, it does that music every time. Yeah, that's fanfare, and every time it happens, I'm just like, okay, move forward, move past it. But yeah, every time, like, fanfare, like whenever a game initially releases, I remember we're staring at the box art of Zone of the Enders for forever, and like looking at it and just like thinking why does this artwork exist? Why is this emblem on the front? And then you notice that it actually is relevant to the story, and it's the more stuff you look at, the more you notice. And I looked at the back and I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. And
this SMT3 is an essential game to play if you're a fan of, Persona and stuff like that. It really ties the whole, like, universe together, like the storylines and stuff. And it's one of those games that is hard as shit. It's unforgiving, okay? It is really tough. It's kicked my ass quite a bit. I've never beat it, man. I've played that game for a long time, and I've never beat it.
Jesus.
But I've had a lot of fun playing. Well, I just don't have time to sink into games.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, I've spoiled a lot of it for myself and know what happens. But if you like options, if you like grinding, there's the devil demon fusions. You fuse them together it's a lot like Persona. It's all SMT games are kind of going to have that same feel to it. But man, the story's great. The music is awesome. The art style's awesome. The battles are awesome, and they're difficult. You don't ever feel like they're just cutting you a bunch of slack. It's tough. I mean, it's not that much of a puzzle game. It's not hard in that regard, really, where some SMT games are brutal in that regard.
Yeah.
But it's it's just a tough game, but the story is great and it's worth it. There's a lot of different ways you can end the game. So if you even think for a second that you're going to start playing SMT games, or you're a huge fan of Persona and you want something like that, I would say just go ahead and grab that for the PS2 if you can.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't wait for it to come out on Switch. I would just go ahead and play the damn thing because it's fucking awesome.
Well, I think the thing with the Switch is its ubiquitous nature in everyday use. People can throw it in their backpack, grab it, and like play the game. Play the game in their spare time. It beats the hell out of mobile gaming. That's all I'm gonna say. It beats the hell out of it because you can take that thing anywhere with you. Anywhere. You're just like, oh, there we go. Oh, neat.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm looking here at the history of Atlus games. Shin Megami Tensei, the first one came out in 1992. They
have Digital Devil Saga was one, right? Was that on there?
I believe so. Let's see. Here, I'll just do this. Oh, for God's sakes. There it is. Digital Devil Saga.
See, that's not right. There was a manga that came out that inspired SMT, and I'm trying to figure out which one that is.
Hold on. Maybe they made that after... Here we go. Let's go to the original Shin Megami Tensei. There we go. And let's see if it's production...
Yeah, I think it came out earlier than that.
Here we go. In 1992.
Huh.
Came out on the Super Famicom originally.
There you go.
Let's see. Legacy, the Megami Tensei franchise. More popular. Development of the sequel began immediately. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I know there's some shit from like 1985.
Well, I know that they had other games. They had other games beforehand. Let's see. But
yeah, that's very interesting.
Let's see. Atlus. Let's see the history of Atlus. Yeah, 1987, selling amusement equipment, starting with karaoke machines. Could you imagine having a karaoke machine that was made by Atlus, and then just having that in your
That would be so sick. I bet you they're on. I bet you they're on eBay.
Oh, let's take a look and see. Karaoke machine. An Atlus karaoke machine.
Oh my god.
Nah, damn it.
That's not it.
Yeah. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't have that.
Maybe they were like the shittiest karaoke machines ever.
Maybe they are. Who knows, dude? I mean, there's a lot to just...
Nothing on eBay either, dude.
Oh, that's... imagine if someone actually went into their attic and was like, "Oh, there's our old karaoke machine," and then they turn it over and they see Atlus. They scrub off the dust and they see Atlus on there.
If
and they're
they
just
were like really, really good at it, they would probably still be making them.
Well, no, because even if you're good at something, companies will move on if something else is making them more money. You see, it's just like people forget. Google for the longest time, they actually got into making computers, but then all of a sudden they were like, you know what, software and online stuff. That's actually where we can do our best. I mean, hell, Intel is the best, one of the best chip manufacturers out there for processors, and they were wanting to get into the graphics card game, but then all of a sudden, AMD and Nvidia took over, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna back off and we're gonna just make our money on processors. And if you're good at something, but if you're great at something, and more people tune into that, yeah.
Megami Tensei is a series of role-playing games developed and published by Atlus. It began in 1987 with the Famicom.
Wow.
Yeah, Digital Devil.
Oh, so Megami Tensei, not Shin Megami Tensei.
That's what I knew. It was way early. I was like, "What the fuck, man?"
There it is, Megami Tensei.
Yeah. And so Atlas had been putting out games earlier than that.
There it is. Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei.
Yeah, so Digital Devil Story. Not Saga.
Published by Namco for the Famicom. So the so it was Atlas who developed it, but Namco that put it on the Famicom.
Wow.
Oh, that's why we didn't see it on that list.
But dude, that's
the game's published by
that's
them.
the way, way, way back. You watch gameplay footage of this shit though, they're still doing like the creature collection type shit.
Yeah.
Like, see, this is a predecessor to Pokemon, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a different synopsis altogether. That's awesome.
What the fuck?
Gotta love like OG development stories, dude.
Dude.
Not to be confused with Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga.
Which we just did.
Yes, which is exactly what just happened. Christ almighty.
Yeah.
One version was developed and published for the Famicom. Atlas was going to create one version was developed, but what about the other version? Oh, enhanced port by Opera House.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can get the they've got a cartridge that has Megami Tensei 1 and 2 on it. Both of them are on the same cart, so it's like a re-release. But yeah, Opera House, there you go.
There you are.
In 95. But dude, talk about difficult games. Oh my God, I've only played them for like a couple hours each, and it's just torturous. I mean, they didn't until really Shin Megami Tensei 3, and that's the first of the series that I'm really a big fan of.
Nocture was the former head producer Koji Okada.
Yeah.
He was the head producer all the way up until Nocture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. And then after that, he formed his own company, and then it dissolved in 2010, and he hasn't been in the game industry ever since. That sucks.
Yeah, no, he did some cool shit, but most of the team, they keep pretty tied.
Let's see. From Persona 3 onward, Shigenori Soejima. Let's see. So,
killing it.
Oh, yeah, art director. Yeah, this guy right here, he's one of the heads of it.
Killing it.
God.
They keep their team pretty tight, dude.
Yeah.
It stays pretty much the same people. And continuity in the creators is huge. Huge.
Shin Megami Tensei Persona is what it...
Yeah. Shin Megami Tensei If.
Yeah.
That's the one that came out that was based in like a high school, and getting it from the perspective of...
Silent protagonist.
Yeah.
Go figure, because that's how it is literally every time.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. And now it I'm glad that it's finally releasing on other platforms. The Persona games, that is.
Dude, PlayStation had it on lock for a minute.
Yeah.
And then you had Persona Q came out on the 3DS, and then that was like the first Persona game to like
not be on...
Well, I mean, they had, the arena game, like the fighting game. That was on Xbox and stuff. So I guess you could consider those like the first ones to come outside of the main Persona franchise. But
yeah. I wonder when the hell this is going to be released over here. Persona 5 Scramble.
I have no clue. I don't know if it will. In all honesty, I have no clue. I haven't heard anything about it at all. And it's like $90.
That's just crazy.
I mean, if you're buying it from the store, it's not.
Yeah.
But aftermarket, it's like way up there.
Gosh.
Way up there. Actually, I don't know, man. I think it's pretty expensive on the Nintendo store, too. I'm pretty sure it is super expensive.
And got everyone excited for it with the release of the trailer, and I'm just like, oh, neat. And now, nothing.
Robbery, dude.
Highway robbery. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you all enjoyed. This was the Shin Megami Tensei 5 and 3 trailers that were shown by Nintendo.
So
and also a bit of a discussion about the history of Shin Megami Tensei, and also, how upset people were at Atlas, and now Atlas pretty much just laid their dick on the table and just said...
What was it from, like, Dumb and Dumber? It's like, when I think... What was it? Gives that big speech. It's like, when I think you've done the stupidest thing that you
ever could have done, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
Yeah.
That's Jeff Daniels. You gotta love the guy. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. Hopefully we will see you all in the next one. Until then, I'm Nate.
I'm Chad.
We'll see you then, everybody. Peace out.